Hey everybody, got another guitar here for you. Yeah, I've been busy. This is going to be reviewing mods of a Rogue Rocketeer. I believe it's a model RR100. You have to double check me, but yeah. This guitar, it's right around $100. And let me see. It was supposed to be a wine burst, but when I got the guitar, it was actually more of like a purple burst, not really an impressive purple burst. And so I decided to refinish it. And while I was at it, the only other things I've done are I put a set of roller trees on it. And other than that, oh, and I had to replace this pickup because it was defective. But those are the only things that I've done to this. So, yeah, that's it for the mods, really. This is another one of these guitars that was not as nice as pictured, or not exactly what was pictured online. And so this is one of my 4 strats that I've only figured out what to do with 2 of them. And 2 of the other ones I haven't figured out what to do with. I haven't actually decided which 2 are going to be the 2 builds I've thought of yet. This might be one of them. But, yeah, so. Anybody has any ideas for a strat build, let me know. Because I got a couple extra strats sitting around, I don't know what to do with them. This one. There's a Sunset Burst that was, it looked mostly orange online, but it turned out to be mostly yellow on the burst. And then there's the one left over from the Cherry Burst twins. They were Cherry Burst Telly and Strats, identical, with Cherry Burst headstocks and everything. And then the neck on the Telly had a bad truss rod, and so then I'd have to buy a whole nother guitar in order to get a matching neck again. So that was the end of the Cherry Burst twins, and so now I've got the Strat left over. And by itself, it's a okay looking guitar, but it could look better at least. So I'm at least going to change the color of the plastic hardware on that guitar. Or it might be one of those 2 builds, or if I come up with something else to do with it. So yeah, I got a few extra strats, and this is one of them. Let me go ahead and do the review part. So this is the Rogue RR100, Rogue Rocketeer. I took the logo off, same way I did on the Indio. I just shot, there's the Indio there, I just shot the video on the Indio, so I might be doing some comparisons, just because it's fresh in my mind. Okay, so what do we got? We got a Strat type. Okay, it's a HSS Strat. It's got a humbucker at the bridge. It's one of your newer types of Strats with the rear-mounted controls mount in from the back with a control cavity, like on a Super Strat kind of thing. And then let's see, 25.5-inch scale length, maple neck, rosewood fretboard, 12-inch radius. It's got a really thin D profile on the neck. The neck is just astoundingly fabulous. I'll get into the neck. Let's see what else. Yeah, so that's the neck specs. Like I said, it's got the HSS. It's got, you know, your basic Strat type bridge and trim system. It's got decent enough saddles on it, not the stamp type. It's only a thin block up in there, just a thin block, nothing super beefy or anything, but gets the job done. It's like, you know, your typical import $100 guitar. You get a decent enough neck. This one is actually far above your average $100 guitar neck. But like I said, I'll get into that. And, you know, you get a decent enough body, and hopefully everything's, you know, looks all straight. They usually all play pretty straight, but sometimes alignment's off a little bit. I've seen issues with like tellies, and they got like a long and a short bridge thing going on, and then they run out of long bridges and they start putting in short bridges and leave gaps and stuff. But yeah, all in all, usually they don't have real nice fret ends or anything. That's another thing that's way unusual about this. Way unusual. But like I said, I'll get into it. I know, I keep tempting you with this neck. Okay, so let's see, other specs. Yeah, you've got, you know, your pickups. These are not hot or anything. They're just, you know, baseline pickups. You got your baseline bridge. The electronics in it are import type, but they get the job done. And you know, all the hardware on it, like, you know, the neck plate and stuff, it's all decent enough stuff. It's only got the regular size strap buttons on it, whereas if you look at the Indio, it comes with the nice big beefy ones. At least that's always nice. I'll be putting strap locks on both of these no matter what I do to them, but yeah, let's see. Okay, so moving from one end to the other, you got your standard baseline type non-locking tuners, not high ratio or anything, but they're solid enough. You got a plastic nut slot height is very, very good, very, very good. You fretted it like the second, and you've got, you know, 2/10 of a mil kind of clearance, 5/10 of a mil, somewhere around there. Very good nut slot height. Unusually good, a little lower than your average bearer, so to speak. The fretboard edge and the fret ends are the best I have ever seen on any guitar. This whole neck is like the best neck I have seen on any guitar in this price range ever. And I've got, you know, over a dozen of these kind of things. Yeah, this stuff is just to die for. I have not touched this at all. It's already rolled. It's rounded and smooth. It is thin. It is fast. It is super, super built to shred, man. This thing just goes. It's really, really, I mean, buy this guitar just for the neck and then put it on whatever the heck you want, man. These necks are just insanely nice. Insanely nice. Insanely nice neck. Then getting down to the body, like I said, it was a two-tone burst. It was supposed to be a wine, more or less the color that this is now, or you know, wine, burgundy, something like that, red wine. But it was really more purple, like that kind of purple. So that was a big disappointment for me, and that's why I ended up refinishing the body. Like I said, the electronics are all, you know, import electronics, but they get the job done. And you get your covers, and it's got quality screws on all of the covers and stuff. And your basic plastic stuff. So yeah, nothing special there. This has already been set up, and so from the pickup adjustment, you can see just what the pickups behave like. As you can see, this bridge humbucker is way down there compared to the single coils. It's because this bridge humbucker is way hotter and way louder than the single coils. All this stuff has been balanced for volume between the pickups and bass, treble, whole 9 yards, all the way across the board. No matter where you set it, no matter how you set or select the switches, it's always the same volume. So yeah, so from this you can see that the bridge pickup on this thing is real hot compared to these other two pickups. And if you look at the single coils, you can see that both single coils, let me get the thing, there you go. Both single coils are actually very bright. And that's the reason why the treble side's jacked way down and the bass is jacked way up, in order to level out the pickup output a bit. So yeah, it's got a really, really hot bridge humbucker, and it's got really, really bright single coils. So that's the kind of voicing that you're going to get out of this guitar. Other than that, you know, it's a baseline single coil and a baseline humbucker, and they all more or less sound the same. So yeah, I think that's going to about cover it for this one. I didn't weigh it yet. Let me see if I can get a weight on it right quick. Let's see what we got here. Wait a sec. Gotta get my units. Come on. This thing does all kinds of units. Okay, there we go. Zero it. Get this strap up here. Come here, strap. That's it. Will you reach? No, you won't. Okay, fine. Is it working? Yeah, this is light. I was clocking in at like 4 pounds compared to 7 pounds for this thing. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I mean, they both have like 2 coats of linseed oil. Linseed oil actually, depending on how thick you put it on, actually seems to add a fair amount of mass. This stuff is pretty thick, but yeah, it gets you a pretty decent sheen. So it's not bad. I was looking for like an oil kind of finish for these. I hadn't done much in the way of oil finishes before, so I wanted to try a couple out. And these two, it turned out okay, you know. And you'd actually be surprised. You get these $100 guitars, and they're all painted up or whatever, you know, or $70 super strats, you know, like a white or a black or whatever. And you sand them down, and it's perfectly good stained grade body underneath it. So yeah, you can do some cool stuff that way. And let's see, I think that's going to cover it for this guitar. Like I said, for mods, the only thing I did was, with this pickup, what was going on is it had an intermittent short between the lead and the actual coil wire. And depending on which way the wire was hanging, it would either work or it wouldn't work. And obviously the wire was hanging the right way when they tested it at the factory, and then got jiggled around in shipping. And by the time it got to me, it didn't work. And when I opened it up, it's like, you know, I could wiggle the wire and get it to work, but it was all in there and a pain to deal with. So I just found another one that was just about the same size as the cover, and just popped it in there. And the old one was a baseline, you know, ceramic magnet thing, pickup, baseline pickup, cheap, whatever you want to call it. And the one that I replaced it with is more or less identical, so it didn't really change the voicing of the instrument any. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for the Rogue. And I still got 2 more to go, and then I'm all caught up. So I guess I'll see everybody in the next video. Here we go, B-roll. Yeah, this neck is just to die for. The neck alone's probably worth $100. And there you go. The pickup being bad, that wouldn't stop me from buying another one of these. The fact that it was not the color I expected, that would stop me. But I might buy one just for the neck, you know, and who cares about the body, because the necks are so nice. So, but anyway, until the next video, see everybody later. Everybody have a good one.